Camera straight. How y'all doing? Let me shrink it just a touch, a shrinkage, a little bit, just a touch. That's right, y'all. We made it another day. Time to get this tie straight. Give some shout outs because it's about to get hectic up in this chat. I see it. What's good, Mark Dorfman? We got Liberty up in the building. Got my brother Casey up in the building. We got ourselves a new moderator. Was waiting for her to chime in and for her to step in the building. Batty Lynn, congratulations. You've earned it, sis. Let's keep it moving. Trump, Charlie Kirk suspect Tyler Robinson confesses. Yeah, y'all. Already confessed. We got the information coming up. It's Purple Sunday, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's get it together. Y'all know what it is. One of my favorite days. And you know what we got to do. We got to get the eyes straight. Make sure we got our audio and everything up. I can hear it. Who else we got up in the building? I see we got Tigress. Who's that? Yes, that's Tigress. We got Comet. We got Demonetized up in the building. And guess what, y'all? I could almost feel it. Not yet. A little late this morning. Maybe now. Yeah, now it's time to start singing. Arr, arr, arr. Get my mouth right. La, 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 la. One of my favorite ones from Tom and Jerry with the bulldog. But anyway, I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. I was watching Fire Marshal Bill a little minute ago. Y'all ready? Let me just wind it up. That's right, Purple. Wind it up. We made it another day, y'all. Wind it up. Thank you, God. Wind it up. And they're looking at me like, yo, what is he gonna do? What is he gonna be? What is he gonna say? All I can say is, let me go ahead and warm up. Let me go ahead and warm up, cool down. And all I gotta say is, it's very serious time this morning because, dearly beloved, we're gathered today to get through this thing called life. Electrifying word, life, it means forever, and that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else. Ooh, the afterworld. A world of ever-loving dreams. You could always see the sun, day or night. So when you call up that shrink in Beverly Hills, you know the one, Doctor, everything gonna be all right. Instead of asking them how much your time is left, ask them how much your mind, baby. Because in this life, things are much harder in the afterworld. This life, you're on your own. Bam, bam. Doom, doom, da 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 da. Doom, doom, da 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 da. Doom, doom. And if the elevator tries to break you down, what we gonna do, y'all? Huh? Go crazy. Let's go crazy. Let's go crazy. Let's go. Doctor, everything be all right. Make everything go wrong. Feel it. That's right, God. Doom, 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 doom. That was my joint right there. Y'all know why I'm open, right? First of all, it's payday. And if pump that beat. It's Sunday the 21st. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Y'all already know what it is. It's Purple Sunday, y'all. Happy Purple Sunday to everybody in the building. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that y'all came in to chill with me, I appreciate you. What do we have on top of the deck? Do we have today? We got Tyler Robinson information. We got some crazy updates on, yes, your Uncle Tom Homan. We got to get into President Trump. I'm going to need you guys to hit that like button to get more people over here. Subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. I got 5 on it. Stacking 5 at the time, and that's how you know how we're going to do it. I just had to do a quick run through before I say some names. There we go. We got, well, who we got up in the building? We got Rince. We got Cat Dad. We got Batty Lynn up in the building. Luigi, what's good, my brother? Who else we got up in the building? Like I always say, we got my sister, Rebecca Lanyen Bueno, chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. We got Batty Lynn up in the building. I already said we got Liberty and Justice, and you know she don't play at all. Y'all already know what it is. Who else we got up in here? Cat Dad, thank you so much for stepping up. I wish I had Boog's amount of energy at 6 a.m. I'd get all my chores done in 30 minutes. I had that amount of energy. Yo, imagine, I'm telling you, I have a thing with me just between you and I have a goal within every day. I have to get 10 things done. And they have to be some serious things in order for me to get those 4 hours of sleep. And can you imagine? I'm running off 4 hours of sleep every day that you guys see me from 11 to 3. But guess what? I do it for us, and I do it because I have a mission trying to get to that 50,000 subscribers. Also, what else would I be doing at 6 o'clock in the morning, rolling over going like this? Oh, I wish I would just be doing the bottom line right now. Even if I slack, I'm going to be thinking the same thing. So you know what? Just do it. Nike sign. Leave it all on the floor. After you're done, you can do whatever you want to do. Look at it like that. Get your goals done and stop playing, y'all. But you know what it's time for me to do? I got a full clip. I got to get into what? Let's get into these titles. Let's go. Trump, Charlie Kirk suspect Tyler Robinson confesses. Yeah, told you that already. We got it. Yes, in the comments. I'm sorry, in the video. You guys are going to see this. Let's keep on moving forward. What else do we have? We got Democratic leaders that are responding to what they call a disturbing statement by Alex Acosta. Yes, Alex Acosta, who was in charge of the Jeffrey Epstein case. I call him slap on the wrist master. Democrats are really not happy with what he said when they went into Congress yesterday, and he had an investigative reporting. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Not investigative reporting. He basically went in yesterday and he was questioned. Sorry about that. Let's keep on moving forward, because last but not least, this is a late breaking story. It's old, but it's new. I just found out about it. I've got some information on it. It's not coming from me, but guys, check this out. We've got the border czar, Tom Homan, who's investigated for accepting $50,000 from FBI agents. They're trying to say, I don't know what they're talking about. I got some information on it. You guys are going to let me know what you think. But without any further ado, I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. It's Sunday, y'all. Purple Sunday. Let's get into it. Stacking 5 videos at a time. Need you guys to stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from, as well as, do you know what time it is? Let me know what time it is also, where you guys are chiming in from. Let's go. Let's get this queued up, because the first thing we have to do is go to the Oval Office, where Trump cracks down on foreign workers, adds a $100K fee to the H-1B visa app. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Good morning. Happy Sunday morning. Happy Purple Sunday.
Non-immigrant visa program. This is supposed to allow highly skilled laborers who work in fields that Americans don't work in to come into the United States of America. What this proclamation will do is raise the fee that companies pay to sponsor H-1B applicants to $100,000. This will ensure that the people they're bringing in are actually very highly skilled and that they're not replaceable by American workers. So it'll protect American workers, but ensure that companies have a pathway to hire truly extraordinary people and bring them to the United States to work.
We need workers. We need workers. We need great workers. And this pretty much ensures that that's what's going to happen. I think, Sean, do you agree with that?
Well, they're $100,000 per year. So the whole idea is No more will these big tech companies or other big companies train foreign workers. They have to pay the government $100,000, then they have to pay the employee. So it's just not economic. If you're going to train somebody, you're going to train one of the recent graduates from one of the great universities across our land. Train Americans, stop bringing in people to take our jobs. That's the policy here, $100,000 a year for H-1B visas, and all of the big companies are on board. We've spoken to them about the gold card.
They love it. They love it. They really love it. They need it. Go ahead, Chuck.
Mr. President, it seems like there's two categories of visa programs. The H-1B, a lot of people believe take American jobs, and then the gold card and programs like EB-5 that add value and jobs to America. Is that sort of how you look at the visa program?
Well, ideally, look, if somebody's got the people, they're not going to want to spend $100,000 as an example on your second category. So it's not taking jobs. And we need certain jobs. We need certain skill jobs that we don't have. But they won't be taking jobs because, ideally, the people aren't going to want to, they're not going to. Right, that's right.
Yeah, but another thing that you guys, we know about trade secrets and information. As you remember recently, Hyundai, they already floated over 400 people in order to make batteries. Why? Because they didn't want to give up trade secrets. That's going to be pretty hard right there. $100,000, that's one thing. But as far as hiring American workers to try to give them secrets, for a lot of companies, probably won't want to do that. We got to keep on moving forward now. I told you, Tom Homan is being investigated by the FBI. Something about $50,000, y'all. I'm not even waiting on this one. I'm getting right into the topic. Let's go. This breaking information.
MSNBC is reporting tonight Trump's Department of Justice shut down an investigation into Tom Homan, according to multiple people familiar with the probe and internal documents reviewed by MSNBC. In an undercover operation last year, the FBI recorded Homan, now the White House border czar, accepting $50,000 in cash after indicating he would help agents who were posing as business executives win government contracts in a second Trump term. It's unclear what reasons FBI and DOJ officials gave for shutting down the probe, but a Trump DOJ appointee called the case a deep state probe earlier this year, and no further investigative steps were taken, sources say. Joining us now is one of the reporters who broke this story for MSNBC, Carol Leonnig, MSNBC senior investigative correspondent. Carol, it is good to see you. Thank you for joining us with this incredible reporting tonight. Can you break down for us what you've learned?
Yes. What Ken Delaney and my colleague here at MSNBC and I learned was that in the summer of 2024, when Trump was running for office and Tom Homan was at his side on many a campaign trail event and basically publicly touting that he was going to be an important part of the president's border initiatives and in the administration, during that time, the FBI began hearing from the subject of another investigation that Tom Homan was soliciting bribes and doing so in exchange for promises that he would eventually be in the administration and be able to deliver and influence federal contracts to help those businesses that paid him. Now, what the FBI decided to do was have a series of undercover agents approach that intermediary and also approach Tom Homan. And our sources and an internal document that we reviewed show that the FBI recorded him receiving this money in September 20th in a meeting they arranged. This is all before Trump is president, but it is really interesting because they didn't go after Tom Homan. They happened to learn from another investigation that Tom Homan apparently had this scheme of making money by offering this.
Carol, incredible reporting that you and Ken did there. Can you walk us through what the response has been from various officials that you have presented this reporting to, whether it is at the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, or
guys,
perhaps even the White House? What have you been able to learn from officials in response to this investigation?
It ain't gonna hurt you.
Yes, the White House very quickly got back to us about this today. Kudos to them for that. And also Kaj Patel and Todd Blanche, the acting Deputy Attorney General. all issued statements to us in which they told MSNBC essentially that this was a improper investigation begun during President Biden's term, and that it was an attempt to go after a Trump ally, and they shuttered the case because they viewed it as lacking sufficient evidence to proceed. Of course, that is not at all how the FBI agents or the prosecutors working on this case viewed it.
Keep on moving, you guys. We got to get over. We got some more information with your boy. Not my boy. I can't. Certain people. No, matter of fact, let's go. Let's get on over to Washington. Mike Johnson speaks about an inevitable government shutdown. Got to get to the real topics first. Inevitable government shutdown due to the Republicans and Democrats not being able to come together on an agreement. This is right now, you guys. This is current events, current information right now. What do you think about this possibility of us having a government shutdown?
You know, let's start with the votes yesterday, 2 big votes. And one of those votes was the House. You passed a clean resolution. This is something that Republicans and Democrats have done throughout all of time. It goes to the Senate and it fails 44-48, just one Democrat voting in favor of that CR. So are we heading toward a government shutdown?
Are we?
I hope not. I talked to the president about this last night at length, and he and I cannot believe that Chuck Schumer and the Democrats would be willing to close the government down. Now, think of what they're demanding, Kaylee, to keep the government open. We've been working to push Congress back to the way the appropriations process is supposed to work. You know, as well as I do, it's supposed to be 12 separate appropriations bills that are carefully deliberated and debated and decided upon in a bipartisan fashion to fund the government. We did that in the House. We got all 12 bills through the committee, the Appropriations Committee, to their credit. 3 of them passed off the floor. The Senate passed 3 bills. Those bills don't align exactly, so we're going to a conference committee to work out those differences. All of that is exactly the way it's supposed to work. The problem is we're running out of time because the end of the fiscal year is September 30th. So what we did as Republicans is the responsible thing to keep the government open and to allow this process to continue. We put a very simple, very clean, continuing resolution to open the government, keep it open until mid-November so that our appropriators can do the job. Now, what did Chuck Schumer and the Democrats do in exchange? Democrats sent us a counteroffer. Guess what they wanted to do instead of that, Kaylee? They wanted to reinstate giving free health care to illegal aliens. They wanted us to add $500 million to prop up liberal news organizations. They wanted to add $1.4 trillion in new spending on a stopgap funding measure, and we're just not going to do that. We can't do that. And it looks like they're going to try to shut the government down. The Democrat shutdown will be a disaster for the country.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that side talking right there, right? You got one side talking, and now we get the Chuck. We're going to see now they're blaming it on the other side.
The fact that the House adjourned until October 1st, that shows you it's clear evidence that they want to shut down. We don't. Yes.
Do you think that your decision in March to basically not get much in return for assisting avoid a shutdown then made it easier for them to make this?
We're the only country that keep on playing this shutdown game. I'm tired of this.
Absolutely not. First, as you saw, the only bill that got a majority of those voting was our bill, not their bill. But second, the world is totally changed from March. First, people have seen the damage the Republicans are doing. The reconciliation bill just decimated health care. Tariffs are now in effect and raising people's costs. Their costs are going up left and right. So they're very, very unhappy with what is happening. Second, we Democrats had plenty of time to be prepared. Our message has been the same for the last 2-3 months, which is we need health care. We need to restore Americans' health care. We need to get down their costs. And we don't need them to break the law and undo anything the Appropriations Committee did. And third, we have seen the unlawfulness of the Trump administration after March with the rescissions, with the impoundments, with the pocket rescissions. So the world's a different place right now. Yes.
Government shutdown possibility. Now we go over to Chicago. What do you guys think about that nonsense? I'm tired of both of them. How about that? Anybody tired of both of them? I understand you might be a Republican, and I understand that you might be a Democrat or independent. I'm tired of both of them. Right here. I'm tired of both of you. How about do something so the damn country could stay open? I'm tired of both of you. Slap you in the head and kick you in the butt like your mother need a spanking, both of you. Get your ass in that room and figure it out. Told you that's how my mother used to do. Good job. Both of y'all getting it. Who started it? I don't care. boop at. Now both of y'all be in there like this. 1 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 3. Yeah, get it together. Let's go, y'all. We got to get on over to Chicago where this video shows these doom, 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 doom. ICE protesters being dragged by agents. Uh-oh, I don't know about that word. I ain't going to say that one, especially after that first word. So let them say it.
Well, look at this video to our monitor. Some breaking news at this hour. A chaotic clash. This involves ICE agents you're seeing here and protesters just outside of Chicago. CBS News Chicago had one of the first crews on the scene in the middle of all of this. Maritza Perlman is outside that facility right now with an update.
The protesters have been out here since about 5 this morning. Now, the crowd has grown significantly smaller, but in the past few minutes or so, we have seen some of these protesters start to approach the gates. That's where those ICE agents are inside there. One of those protesters ringing the bell consistently here. Now, at this point, we know at least 2 people have been taken into custody by those ICE agents.
Now, you know it's real when people try to break into the prison. You know what I'm saying? When people try to break into the jail, you know it's a problem going on.
They were both protesters. ICE agents have been on the roof of the building here and at one point fired pepper balls, rubber bullets, and smoke grenades at the crowd below. This happened after protesters were trying to block a car that one of their fellow protesters was taken away in, and that is when things really started to turn aggressive here this morning. Some sort of chemical agent we believe to be tear gas was deployed into that same crowd. I want to show you now. Take a look at how the morning progressed here.
ICE out of Illinois! ICE out of Illinois! ICE! Very strong, very strong. ICE on radio! Shame on you! Open your ears! That's what you got.
I want to know. I'm in the comments, y'all. I got 2 more to give you because we loading the deck up. I want to know what y'all feel about all this stuff. We got ICE, we got Tom Homan, we got a lot to get into. Plus that $100,000 for the HB1C thing, visa. What we going to right now? We got to get that Oval Office. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but there was an interviewer inside of the Oval Office yesterday that was asking President Trump a few questions. Didn't really like the way that things went down. Check this out, you guys. Check this out. He wasn't really happy with the response and the questioning from this one particular reporter. And again, I'm coming to the comments right now because I want to catch this.
Started his job very low and became the chairman of the company over a 45-year period. But I asked him about different cities. He said, St. Louis is tough. He sort of stops at many of them. New Orleans. We have to save New Orleans.
Mr. President.
JK, how you doing?
We're going to be going into New York too. Yeah. Mr. President. And we're going to be going in quiet. You're really obnoxious.
I'm not obnoxious, but I'm trying to ask you, what about your plans?
You are really obnoxious.
I'm not obnoxious, but
Okay.
I'm asking, what are your plans for Memphis? Many people.
I'm not going to talk to you until I call on you.
What are your plans
So,
for Memphis?
who else? Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to sell this free speech question, because you said that you restored free speech in America.
Yeah.
Is that free speech including for people who are harshly critical of you, for your political opponents, for people who say things you don't like?
I've become immune
treat
to
you
it.
unfairly?
I've become immune to it. There's never been a person that's had more unfair publicity than me, and that's why your network paid me $15 million, or $16 million, I believe, to be exact, George Slopadopoulos. And that's why CBS paid me a lot of money too. And that's why I sued the New York Times 2 days ago for a lot of money. Because I'm winning. I mean, I'm winning the cases. And the reason I'm winning is because you're guilty, John. You're guilty. ABC is a terrible network, a very unfair network, and you should be ashamed of yourself. NBC is equally bad. I don't know who's worse. I think.
Keep on moving forward, you guys. Did you guys hear that outburst? I had another clip of it from a different angle. I gotta be honest with you, she kind of peed me off too. It's kind of one of those situations where someone's asking you a question, you reply to them, and then they just keep on overlaying. Like, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I still want to know Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, but I still was that. That is very disrespectful. Calm your ass down. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of sisters get down like that. So you know what I do? See you later, boo. God bless you. You have a fantastic day. and I get up out of there. I'm gonna be honest with you, ain't got no time for that bullshit. Just because if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. That's your life. Keep on moving forward now, because we got to go on over to Utah. That's right, Utah. Get into some information with Tyler Robinson, as he did admit to powwowing Charlie Kirk, because he actually did not, wait a minute. Let's go. He said that I don't want to say this sentence. The reason why he's saying that he did this is because he's saying that Charlie Kirk spread a lot of the H word. I got to be careful. I'm going to let them say it.
And accused of assassinating conservative activist Charlie Kirk, now charged with 7 counts, including aggravated murder, as prosecutors now pursue the death penalty.
State of Utah versus Tyler James Robinson. Could you state your name?
Tyler James Robinson. 22-year-old Tyler Robinson appearing in court for the first time Tuesday after Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray outlined his case against the suspect, linking him to that single fatal shot of the 31-year-old husband and father of 2.
Counting or not counting gang violence? Great.
Prosecutors say the suspect's DNA was found on the rifle's trigger and laid out the evidence they say tied him to the crime, sharing these photos that reached millions of people, including the suspect's mother.
Robinson's mother saw the photo of the shooter in the news and thought the shooter looked like her son.
Prosecutors say the suspect's father then got Robinson on the phone.
Robinson implied that he was the shooter and stated that he couldn't go to jail and just wanted to end it.
That's a confession. Don't matter who you're confessing to, that's a confession.
When asked why he did it, Robinson explained there is too much evil and the guy, referring to Charlie Kirk, spreads too much hate.
Authorities say.
Remember those nights we didn't take on?
I don't know what y'all call it, but I don't care who you tell it to. You just confessed. I don't care who you tell it to. You said you did it. That's good enough for me. Let's go. I'm going to have to bring them other people in to corroborate. Corroborating affidavit. Let's go.
Shift in their son.
Robinson's mother explained that over the last year or so, Robinson had become more political and had started to lean more to the left.
I mean, look at his bed. He's like Dracula or something. The fool got it levitating off the floor. Something wrong with you. I could look at a number of things, and this picture alone will just call you out, buddy. Like, yeah, you look like you spend too much time by yourself. Another thing. Let's keep on going.
Becoming more pro-gay and trans rights oriented. She stated that Robinson began to date his roommate, a biological male who was transitioning genders.
The prosecutor says the roommate then handed over incriminating messages from the suspect.
The roommate received a text message from Robinson which said,
confession.
"Drop what you're doing. Look under my keyboard." The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that stated, quote, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it."
According to authorities, he then explained his motive for allegedly murdering Kirk.
Robinson, "I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out."
The suspect also allegedly telling his roommate he'd been planning the attack for a little over a week. And now investigators trying to determine whether he acted alone or if the people he was allegedly communicating with on the messaging app Discord knew what he planned to do.
Now, do you believe that the suspect was a lone wolf, or could this be part of a
I
group?
can't comment on that. I'm not aware of all their investigation. I just know that these agencies are continuing to investigate this case and follow all leads.
Now, that vest the suspect was wearing is called a suicide prevention smock. Unsurprisingly, he was denied bail and his next court appearance was set for September 29th. But first, the judge says he has to be provided with a public defender qualified for a death penalty case. Robin.
All right, Manor, thanks to you.
And accused.
So you guys see what they're looking for out of him. They don't want any other charges. They going for the gusto with him. They want the whole thing. They coming for the with him. And what do you guys think about that from the evidence and those 2 confessions? I would take those 2 as confessions. One, I'm bringing you in to corroborate what he said. And give me that paper from under that desktop, that keyboard there. That's the other one right there. Stacking the deck on this one. Let's keep on moving forward now. The last one before I come to the comments. Because we got a man that had to be connected to, he said he was connected to law enforcement, and he wound up being detained after he entered Charlie Kirk's memorial site with a pow and a weapon, talking about he was law enforcement. Yeah, let's go, y'all. Let's get it on. Let's go.
Welcome back here on Live Now from Fox. It is 2:38 on the East Coast and 11:38 on the West Coast. My name is Josh Breslow, and we will get you right back to the air show as it does resume. But we want to get you to some breaking news that we are following here at this hour, an update to a story that we brought you earlier about an armed man reportedly detained right here at State Farm Stadium over in Glendale, Arizona, that is just outside of Phoenix. And it's where tomorrow an estimated 100,000 people are expected to attend a public service for Charlie Kirk. He is, of course, the conservative political activist who was gunned down at an event earlier this month at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. Again, a live look here outside of State Farm Stadium. But the update here, as Fox News is now reporting that Arizona officials have charged the man, saying that he was carrying both a gun and a knife and impersonating law enforcement. The Arizona Department of Public Safety telling Fox that Joshua Runkles is
the easiest microscope that I have ever used.
Impersonating law enforcement.
Charged with impersonating a law enforcement officer, which is a felony, and carrying a weapon in a prohibited place, which is a misdemeanor. A spokesperson for the Secret Service saying that the man was, quote, in the stadium, but it was prior to the setup of any secure perimeter, end quote. Sources telling Fox News Digital that the man was prior law enforcement, used to be in law enforcement over in Idaho. And the Washington Post now reporting via sources that the man allegedly told Secret Service that he was there to provide private security. Matt Finn over at Fox News posting a little bit more information here, saying man reportedly found with gun and a knife on him inside State Farm Stadium ahead of Charlie Kirk Memorial Sunday. Source familiar says he presented expired law enforcement credentials and was not allowed to be inside the stadium. Secret Service statement, the U.S. Secret Service, in coordination with local law enforcement.
Yeah, man, your expired credentials and your retirement walk, whatever you got, ain't gonna get you up in here, especially with the severity of what we've been dealing with. Sorry, we're gonna keep on moving forward. Now we gotta get on over to Sacktown. Sacktown, y'all know how y'all get down, but we got this 64-year-old man who was angry at the news, and guess what he did? He do something that they normally do in the hood. Pow-powed up the spot. I don't want to say the word, but he pow-powed up the crib. Y'all know what I'm gonna say. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, but let them tell it. 64-year-old man got mad at the news, and what'd he do? Let's go.
I do want to take you out to some breaking news that we are following at this hour on a story that we brought you just yesterday, as we're learning that a 64-year-old Sacramento, California man is behind bars facing 3 felony charges after gunfire struck the city's ABC 10 news station. This happening on Friday afternoon. And we do have some of that video that I want to pop up on your screen coming in from our Fox affiliate out there. Police did respond to the TV station's building around 1:30 p.m. local time yesterday following reports of a shooting, according to our Fox 11 LA team. Now, the suspect, Anibal Hernandez Santana, was arrested and charged with assault with a deadly weapon, shooting into an occupied building, and negligent discharge of a firearm. That's according to the Sacramento County jail records. The motive, quote, remains under investigation, according to the Sacramento Police Department, crediting the FBI with assisting in the investigation. Hernandez Santana is being held on a $200,000 bail and is expected to appear in court Tuesday, a mugshot not available just yet.
You know what? I'm glad that I'm paying attention to news like this, is because I'm starting to realize, and I'm seeing patterns. Do you guys remember yesterday when I was joking around about the other man who was arrested for leaving something that didn't go off under a news van? Yeah, they're attacking the news vans and the news buildings as well right now. Notice that. That's the second time. The first pattern was with the news van that didn't boom yesterday, and now we got this situation where your boy out up the club. I ain't gonna say it. Y'all know better. Y'all know I know better. We got to keep on moving forward. What we got up in these comments over here? We got that's a periwinkle suit. Okay. What's coming to this world? What else we got? You watch the channel. We watch every channel over here. That's a nice suit you got. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. If y'all really appreciate something, I appreciate the compliments. But let me get all the money in your pockets. They're like this. Oh, we out of here. You asking for money. No, I'm not. I'm joking. Because I know it's hard out here for a pimp. So I ain't going to try to hit you in the pockets. What I really would appreciate is if we can get those likes up to let more people know that we're over here. Because that's what lets more people get notified, more informed, and we get some more subscribers, y'all. We're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers, and we're right there. So let's go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. That's right. Hit that bell right there, that post notification, so you also know whenever we're on. It's Purple Sunday, y'all. Let's keep on moving. Let's go, because we got to get into some Epstein information now. We got the attorney for the Epstein case. They're going to be testifying before the House about Alex Acosta. They're saying that he seemed to be dead set in his decisions to give Jeffrey Epstein the slap on the wrist, as well as watch what they're trying to say as far as like when it comes down to his reason for not going so hard and pressing further for Jeffrey Epstein to get more time. Yes, Alex Acosta information updates. Let's go, y'all. Let's get it.
In this case, he said that he had not actually read the statements of the victims. So let me just say this. Something doesn't smell right here.
Move closer to your microphone. We have a
number of hours that we will be spending today to understand what and if Mr. Acosta understood the full scope of the evidence, what he used to make his decisions, and why he chose, instead of pursuing a prosecution in which we know there were at least 40 minors, and afterwards there were many more victims during the non-prosecution period, why he made that decision. And so we will be pursuing that in the coming hours in this interview under oath, but something doesn't smell right here, and we're going to get to the bottom of it.
I'm Congressman Suhas from Virginia's 10th Congressional District. Everyone seems to agree that there is this terrible miscarriage of justice in this case, except Alex Acosta. He thinks that his sweetheart deal was actually the best course of action and still seems to stand by it. And he was investigating Jeffrey Epstein, who was a close friend of Donald Trump's, and this came up during his vetting process to join the Trump administration. And so it seems like it's starting to make more sense every day to me why the Trump administration won't release the files, is because Alex Acosta was involved in the sweetheart deal, and it seems like the Trump administration is going to continue this cover-up until Oversight Dems gets to the bottom of this, because we're the ones that have actually been pushing the right questions in this case.
All right, y'all. You can't get no lower than that. Good
afternoon.
Your volume is terrible. Let's get on over to some new updated information on Jimmy Kimmel. That's right, Jimmy Kimmel. ABC actually wants Kimmel back, but they're saying he needs to lower the temperature. Excuse me, guys. They're saying ABC, yes, they want Jimmy Kimmel back, but they're saying he needs to lower the temperature. What you mean by lower the temperature? I'm already over here on YouTube. Abba dooba baba beeba, can't say certain words. It's like I'm gonna come on the show one day and be like, hey guys, guess what happened? I can't say this, I can't say that. I don't know if I agree with this one here, you guys. Y'all might not like me on this, but I'm on this side right here for this.
We have new images just in of Jimmy Kimmel. Less than 24 hours after his show was suddenly pulled from ABC after a threat from Trump's administration.
So much, Sky.
And tonight, Trump making it clear he is not done. The president is now threatening more networks.
Thank you, Sky.
They give me only bad publicity or press. I mean, they're getting a license. I would think maybe their license should be taken away. It will be up to Brendan Carr.
He mentioned Brendan Carr. We're going to hear in a moment from another FCC commissioner who serves with Carr. She says the FCC doesn't have the authority to do this, but the harsh reality tonight is that they didn't actually even need the authority to get Trump what he wanted, silencing comedian Jimmy Kimmel. If you are surprised at what has happened, maybe it is because you took the president, the vice president, and the chairman of the FCC at their word when Trump came into office.
If you don't have free speech, you don't have a country.
Thank God we have a president now who believes in free speech.
Free speech, diversity of opinion, those are the bedrocks of democracy.
That last person.
Yeah, we played this for everybody that say, all you play is Fox. All you play is this. All you play is that. So let's play some CNBC. Let's play some other channels because you guys are always on that. Why you don't play no other channels? We do. Y'all got to pay attention to the symbols in the corners because we play BBC, MSNBC, ABC. First of all, I don't own the networks, so I don't give a damn. I'll play them all. And I don't have no certain opinions. Y'all see how I'm going? I'll play this about this person, that about that person. They be like, hey man, why you just play that about me? Hey, because it's news. I'm not being any way sideways. If something come out about me, you think people ain't gonna play it? Think about it. That guy Bugatti from Our Bottom Line, guess what he did? Exactly. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because I got some more on this topic, but I want to get you guys this right here.
There are growing concerns about First Amendment protections after Jimmy Kimmel's Late Show was pulled from the air over his comments about Charlie Kirk and President Trump. Reactions from lawmakers are mostly split among party lines. But now Republican Senator Ted Cruz is criticizing the head of the Federal Communications Commission, Brandon Carr, for his threats against ABC. Cruz likening Carr's rhetoric to that of a mob boss.
Look, I like Brendan Carr. He's a good guy. He's the chairman of the FCC. I work closely with him. But what he said there is dangerous as hell. He says, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way.
Yeah.
And I got to say, that's right out of Goodfellas. That's right out of a mafioso coming into a bar going, nice bar you have here. It'd be a shame if something happened to it.
We're also learning new details about that suspension of Jimmy Kimmel Live. Sources tell CNN that the show's crew will be paid through next week, but the future of the show remains in limbo. CNN's Elizabeth Wagmeister has more from...
Nope, I'm taking this time. I'm taking out this time to talk to my people in the comments. What y'all got for me over here? Let's go. Okay, if you think Charlie Kirk was doing the speech, you delusional. What else you got? Ryan says, Ryan, you going off over here. Cash about the files this week. The files will be released fully in time. Okay, what else we got? We got Liberty and Justice that says Tigress agreed. Okay, we got Queen that says literally told on themselves. Demonetized says, I thought free speech and consequences of free speech was something we all agreed with. Casey says terrible accent. Is that what you said, Casey? Okay, keep on moving forward. We got Sarah. Oh, y'all getting busy in these comments. I'm trying to keep up with you. This is what happens. It's an escalation. Escalation. Kimmel was not arrested, so he was not denied. Okay, keep on moving forward. David says mafia impressions killed me. I can't even front. Ted Cruz got busy with those mafia impressions, you guys. He did, right? Hey, nice bar you got here. Be terrible if something happened to it, huh? Huh? It reminds me of Sonny in the Bronx Tale, right? When Sonny said, you know what? Now yous can't leave. Now yous can't leave. Come on, y'all. We got to keep. And what do you guys think about that? Do you think that Ted is jumping the party by doing that? Ooh. What do you think Trump gonna say about that? Since he's, that's something that Trump's going for. What do you guys think about that? Because he did go in on him.
Expressing worry about the precedent it sets. On his podcast today, Senator Ted Cruz, that Ted Cruz, likened Trump's FCC chairman Brendan Carr to a mobster.
And so he threatens explicitly, we're going to cancel ABC's license. We're going to take him off the air so ABC cannot broadcast anymore. And I got to say, he threatens it. He says, we can do this the easy way, but we can do this the hard way.
Yeah.
And I got to say, that's right out of Goodfellas. That's right out of a mafioso coming into a bar going, nice bar you have here. It'd be a shame if something happened to it.
Now, what is Trump going to say about you, Ted? You better watch yourself, boy. You better watch yourself. What y'all think? Do y'all think that Trump going to take that lightly? All right, y'all, we're going to keep on moving forward because now we got these Democrats that's publicly, allegedly, deeply feel that Alex Acosta has no remorse for his handling of the Jeffrey Epstein original case. Not the one that, one that he was arrested, got the time for, the last one, but the original one where he got the slap on the wrist. Let's get you guys queued up.
Throughout the day, just to be very clear. I just want to make sure something's clear that we made clear and that we heard from Mr. Acosta just in this first hour. Now it's very clear that Alex Acosta ran a deeply flawed investigation of the Epstein case. That's clear. He also would not admit that Mr. Epstein received a sweetheart deal, which has been widely reported and agreed upon since that deal was actually made by Mr. Acosta and his team. So he would not admit, and in fact stands by the decision to have given Mr. Epstein a sweetheart deal, which was only 18 months, and which during that time, he went on to abuse multiple women that he raped during that time, when he was supposed to, of course, have been in jail by the team by Acosta. Let me also just add, which I think is really important. In his questioning, he also agreed and stood by those decisions and would not claim any responsibility to the victims, and in fact said, and was admitted that he had no knowledge of what happened to those victims, even to this day, when asked directly if he actually knew that people were being abused, that women were abused during that time, he would not admit that he knew that information and actually refused to acknowledge the victims. And so with that, I'm going to turn this over to Ms. Crockett, and everyone's going to say a few words.
I know y'all don't like her, but I got to let her say
Thank you so much,
this.
Mr. Ranker. And I think I want to pick up on where Congressman Garcia left off. It is this idea that he is not experiencing what most of us experience, which is that hindsight is 20/20. He seems to be pretty dug in on the decisions that he made. And so for me, obviously, I wanted to dig in a little bit and try to ascertain why is it that he felt so confident. And unfortunately, I heard things that disturbed me, such as, well, back in 2006, it was a different time. And it seemed as if we were going back to a little bit of victim shaming and believing that, well, nobody's going to believe these girls or these women, so we're not going to necessarily have a good case. And so instead of rolling the dice, or I don't remember, I think it was a crapshoot was what was said, instead of taking a crapshoot, we just decided that this would be better and this may guarantee that he actually spent some time in custody. Think about that. Think about the responsibility that is upon a prosecutor to go after a child predator and then to say, well, at the end of the day, we don't think they would have been believed. As someone who has been in these courtrooms, who has had to defend against these very types of cases, let me tell you something. And I did try to educate him on the experts that we have that can lay out whether or not a child has any inconsistencies as it relates to the trauma that they have experienced. It doesn't seem like either Mr. Acosta was equipped to be the U.S. attorney at that time, or he's just playing in our faces. I haven't really figured out which one, but neither one of these ultimate conclusions should be okay for the American people.
All right, y'all. And I know you don't like her. I know a lot of people don't like her, but guess what? A broken clock can be right. What? At least 2 times a day. If that clock got the hand up like this, at some point, the time is going to be right. Guess what? Got to agree with that, and I can't front. I know y'all going to be mad at me. I know, but I can't. Because sometimes this person might be right. Sometimes that person might be right. That's why I don't have no party. I got the common sense party going on. Let's keep on moving forward. Because now we got this anti-immigration protest going on where? That turned violent? You mean to tell me even the Dutch? Yes, come on, y'all. The Dutch. We go everywhere with our show. We getting into it over in the Netherlands. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Anti-immigration protest clash with police during demonstrations in The Hague, Netherlands. As you guys can see, they got police dogs out here. They got a whole bunch of SWAT teams and all sorts of, a lot of stuff going on everywhere. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna go over here and it's gonna be cool. Not in the Netherlands, not in Neverland. Let's go. And this is like huge crowds. This is not a game. This is big. This is stadium sort of crowds. People out there in mass and they're totally outnumbering the police. Forget about it. Forget about the police. What? And these are situations right there where them police don't even want to get out to arrest one person, because you will mess around and get out there trying to arrest somebody, you're going to have about 90,000 people playing bongos on your dome like boop, 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 boop. Why'd you get out? Boop, 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 boop. Not me. Wrong job for your boy. Don't get out. They better not get out that car. Y'all already know what's going to happen to them people. Man, you get out that car if you want to. You're gonna wish they're gonna be walking around looking like Tommy Hearns and Martin. And you still love me? Give me a kiss. Y'all do me a favor, double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content that we get. And I know that wasn't funny because there's a real tragic situation that's going on over there. But we gotta find humor in as much stuff as we possibly can. Let's keep on going, y'all. We gotta get on over to Illinois, where we got the doom 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 doo doo doom doom. Doo doo doom doom. Doom 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 doo doo doom doom. Uh-oh, here they come, y'all. Here they come. Ice, ice, baby. Doom, 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 doom. Come on, y'all. Double tap that screen to get those lights up, because we going on over to Illinois. I know y'all can't stand when I do that. All right, stop. Put your hands behind your back. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So this is the actual footage of what happened prior to what we showed you earlier. They're stopping vehicles. She said no.
Oh my God.
How you gonna push down Anne Frank like that?
You guys are super cool for that.
Can't be pushing down Anne Frank. How y'all do that to Anne Frank? She ain't playing her. She right back up with no shoe. She got on one shoe, y'all. She got on one shoe.
Give me your sign. You fall down.
How you gonna push down Anne Frank like that? Pepper spray. Yeah. Go ahead and sit down now. We are one with the world. Why can't we just get along? Now I get it. You want to protest and you want to fight for what you believe in. Who do we believe in? What do we believe in? I am not joking and I'm not making fun of the situation. I'm kind of making fun of the situation because I have no choice. I know I ain't gonna be out there doing all that stuff, pepper spraying and running up on no police officers. I ain't doing it, y'all. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to defend it. Y'all getting mad at me like crazy on these comments over here. Y'all tearing me up today, but you know what it is, It's okay. Bugatti gonna take it today. I'm gonna take it. Hey, mods, try to help me out as best as you can. There's enough of you guys in the building right now to try. Anybody else that appreciate the content, do your boy a favor and double tap that screen. We're trying to get to 50,000 likes. 50,000 subscribers. We're very close. And it's not my fault. I'm finding humor in some of this stuff because you have to. We got to. Come on and get that crap up off of here so I can see what I'm about to show you guys next. Get that out of here. Okay, come on. We got this defendant that does something that no one does by interrupting a court in Sonny Bell trial. Oh yeah, when the lawyer says, I feel sorry for the little girl, one of these defendants had the nerve to say something afterward. Yeah, check this out. We got some people. I'm going to tell you guys, this is one of my sayings. I made this up. It's a very simple saying. It's very simple, especially when something is occurring. It's called ignorance is bliss and ignorance is this. Like when something is going on right there, you guys can adapt it, take it no matter what. But be like, you know what? Ignorance is bliss, huh? And ignorance is this. Perfect example of ignorance being bliss and ignorance being this.
Defendants, regardless of who pulled the trigger, have blood on their hands in the death of Sonny Bell.
There was an outburst in court today, interrupting closing arguments in the murder trial of 4-year-old Sonny Bell in Hillsborough County. Good evening, I'm Keith Cage.
And I'm Melissa Marino. Thank you for joining us. 5 men are on trial for her murder. One of those defendants chose to speak out in court today without permission, telling jurors why they shot into that little girl's car.
Stupid.
News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson joining us now live at the Hillsborough County Courthouse with all the details. Pretty surprising, Jeff.
Good evening, Melissa and Keith. Outbursts like this in an open courtroom are very rare. Defense attorneys always caution their clients not to speak, but apparently this defendant just couldn't hold back and made some statements as he was walking out of the courtroom, escorted by bailiffs. Now, as soon as he did that, the defense attorneys immediately moved for a mistrial. The judge denied their motions, but the jurors heard what they heard.
Yep.
2 minutes and 6 seconds is what it took to end the life of an innocent child and change the life of her family forever.
5 men are on trial for the murder of 4-year-old Sonny Bell in August of 2021. Assistant State Attorney Anna Ismar was giving her closing arguments in the case this morning.
Each of the defendants is charged in this case, and each of the defendants is guilty. Each played a role in the crime that was committed, in shooting repeatedly into this vehicle.
But as she spoke, defendant Zavante Sampson interrupted, telling jurors someone shot at him, so he shot back. Then, as he was led by deputies out of the courtroom, saying he was sorry for the little girl.
I feel sorry for that little girl. Somebody shot at her.
The state is still giving its rebuttal to the defense closing arguments. The judge will still have to give the jury their instructions, so it's likely that after the state finishes their rebuttal, the judge may excuse the jury for the evening because of the hour, bring them back tomorrow morning, and then let them begin deliberations first thing in the morning.
I'm going to keep up with this story, talking about somebody pow-powed at you, but you pow-powed back. You done told on yourself. Good. Ignorance is bliss, and ignorance is this. And with them stupid big old dreads on your head. He ain't take no information from his lawyer or anybody around him. Nobody told him, yo man, you know what? I know you've probably been growing them doo-doo locks on your head for about 5 years. They already stink to hot H-E-double-L hockey sticks. You ever consider cutting them off before you go to court? Because you already look stupid. They ain't tell him that. Even if they did, he probably wouldn't have did it. And number 2, outbursts like that in court. See, when people are stupid and ignorant, sometimes y'all just let them be stupid and ignorant. Don't tell them nothing. Just let them go ahead. What y'all got for me in these comments? It's Sunday. Preach up. Florida, LOL. Right? Says Champ. 50K subs. That's right. We're trying to get up to 50,000 subscribers. Let's keep on moving forward to Hollywood. Doom, doom, doom. Hollywood City. That's right, y'all. This woman, yeah, she got stills nabbed during a massive West Hollywood brawl, and she lost her life days later. You know what we do over here? You probably never heard about this story. So what I do is I bring them anyway so that we can make sure our platform sees it.
West Hollywood over the weekend has died. The suspect is still on the loose. KTLA's Omar Lewis live in West Hollywood with more on that. Omar, good morning.
Good morning, Frank. Yeah, what started as a late night fight right in the middle of Santa Monica Boulevard quickly turned into a deadly stabbing. Deputies say the 20-year-old victim was attacked with a knife right in the middle of this popular nightlife corridor. Now, loved ones are remembering her with candles and flowers lining the sidewalk here where it all happened. They're gathering here again for a vigil last night to honor her and remember her. Now, we can show you a picture of this victim. Loved ones describing Maritza Gonzalez as vibrant and full of life. A vigil last night again for this 20-year-old brought together family, friends, and community members determined not to let her memory fade after authorities say Gonzalez was caught in the middle of a large fight involving about 20 to 30 people around 3 a.m. on Sunday morning here in West Hollywood. Deputies responding to Santa Monica Boulevard near San Vicente and Robertson and found Gonzalez suffering from a stab wound to her upper body. She was rushed to Cedars-Sinai Hospital where she died Wednesday afternoon. The suspect, described only as a man, ran from this scene and still has not been caught. As investigators continue piecing together exactly what happened here, witnesses tell us this scene was nothing short of chaos in the middle of the street.
I was leaving on my Uber down Santa Monica Boulevard, and my Uber came to a very rough stop because there was a group fighting right on the street. There were multiple people fighting, but I saw that stood out because it was a male attacking what looked like a female, and he grabbed it through the hair, and it was very, very aggressive.
So as you heard there, the suspect, again, still on the run right now, described only as a man who took off before deputies arrived.
If you guys got any information on this punk that did this to this lady, I want everybody to snitch. Call me what you want. I want everybody to tell. If anybody know anything about that situation, y'all need to go tell, straight up and down. Call me what you want. And secondly, I try to get out of fights and arguments now. I'm not always gonna meet the confrontation with confrontation. Most of the time, I'm going to try to de-escalate or I'm going to try to get up out of there. Call me a punk, but you'll be calling me a punk while I'm alive. Keep on moving forward, you guys, to Strongsville. We got this man that appears in court after an 11-year-old girl was grabbed while she was waiting for the bus. Now, that's one exception. He would be one exception. Because this here, whoo, I told you, MOP, they said it. Violence, it's a universal language. Don't got to be a certain language. Boom, right in the eye. You know when it hurt, right? Hurt is in any language. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. But like I said, this guy right here, priorly, I said I don't want to get into nothing. But sometimes you might just want to make an exception.
Tonight, we're learning new details about the man accused of trying to abduct a 15-year-old girl from her bus stop in Strongsville.
3 News has obtained court records revealing previous charges against the man you see there, Dominic Sacco, just hours after he pleaded not guilty to attempted abduction.
Yeah,
Annabelle Childers breaks down these new developments today.
The problem is his face is still regular, not swollen. That's what I'm saying. It's not this. Let me shut up.
Including past public indecency charges.
September 5th, Strongsville police say a 15-year-old girl was nearly abducted while waiting for her school bus on Fair Road. They say 27-year-old Dominic Sacco is the man responsible. According to Sacco's arrest affidavit, the 15-year-old victim was walking down her driveway to the bus stop when she saw a man who usually walked around in the area. She saw the man pass her driveway, but then, quote, the unknown male turned around and came up behind her, forcefully grabbing her right arm and school backpack. The girl was able to get away, and Sacco was charged with abduction and attempted abduction. But the victim's father spoke to a Cuyahoga County judge about the impact this incident had.
This man is a danger to our family, to our community. I remember that morning very clearly. I am very uncomfortable with him having anything less than what's already been stated by the court on bond, on its amount, the high bond, and everything there.
Sacco pled not guilty, and the judge ultimately set bond at $100,000. But as Sacco's abduction case continues through court, we looked into his past. Sacco's felony bond information sheet reveals he has previously been diagnosed with anxiety, stage 1 bipolar disorder, and depression. And newly obtained investigative reports reveal he was previously charged with public indecency for 2 incidents. One in 2017, after he was caught having a sexual encounter with a teenage girl in a car near Brook Park City Hall. Another a year before that, when Sacco was riding on a bus to a work program. The police report reveals Sacco asked an underage girl to sit by him and then exposed himself to her. The officer wrote the victim had impaired cognitive functions, and they wrote that Dominic Sacco had impaired cognitive functions as well.
Yeah, because you was basically you gave that person something, tried to put them under the influence and tried to manipulate them to do something. There's certain people that I know that deserve to get just picked up and taken away, you guys. Black truck pull up, big guys just jump out, take him, and then it's just a fade. Nothing else. No talking, no nothing. I'm not going to go into nothing else because certain people with patterns like that, especially going directly at children, yeah, he need his ass whooped. In a different sort of way or fashion. I'm talking about medieval / prehistoric. Yeah, keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to. Because we got this other Florida situation where this man was taken out for 3 murders after decades of him being on F row. Yeah, on death row. Been 3 decades, they finally sizzle him. And I'm not going to feel sorry for him. They need to move him over or put that prior dude on his lap. This guy right here, the first guy need to be sitting on his lap for this right here.
First here at 11, we start with a state execution involving a case from Polk County. David Pittman was put to death for the 1990 murders of 3 people in Mulberry. It is the state's 12th execution this year as Florida laws work to make the process on death row move faster. Fox 13's Evan Moon joins us in the newsroom tonight to explain the case and those moves at the state level. Evan.
Hi, Allie. Yeah, Florida is far outpacing the rest of the nation in executions this year. Tonight, marking the 12th. The next closest states have just 4 this year. The surge follows changes to Florida's appeals process and a strong push from the governor to speed up death sentences for violent murderers. In 1990, David Pittman killed his estranged wife's parents and her younger sister, stabbing them to death in their home in Mulberry and then setting it on fire, an act of revenge on his wife Marie, who was filing for divorce.
This fool been in jail for 35 years waiting to get bzzz. I would have did it the next day.
Wednesday night, after 35 years, he paid the ultimate price at the Florida State Prison in Stark.
He earned the death penalty. He was not given the death penalty. He earned it 3 times. And today, justice occurred.
Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd was in attendance along with the victim's family, including his ex-wife Marie.
The family was not happy. It was not a gleeful moment, but it was a moment of satisfaction. She looked at me and said, "Now I can move on."
Pittman's sentence to lethal injection marks a dozen inmates put to death in Florida this year.
Florida's an outlier. I mean, Florida does have the most executions exponentially compared to any other state. And when you look at the reasoning, you look really to what Ron DeSantis has said. He said he's going to punish the people appropriately if he feels that is the appropriate punishment.
I don't know if y'all know this comedian, Robin Harris. He said, gotta go. When he did stand-up comedy one time, he said one thing, the problem is, the reason why we can't go forward with the death penalty, this is an announcement that they said, the reason why we can't go forward with the death penalty is because we can't find anybody to pull the switch. Robin Harris, God bless the dead, he said, shit, I'll pull the switch. He said, gotta go. He said, shit, 2 motherfuckers at a time. Go ahead, move over. Come on, bzz, next. I ain't even taking no lunch. Who else you got for me? Bzz, let's go. That's one, I'm telling you, boy. Woo, baby kids, Robin Harris. We don't die, we multiply. I'm talking about the original Robin Harris over here. The original Bernie Mac. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't know what I'm talking about? Look it up. And don't look up baby kids first. Look up Partners in Crime with Robert Townsend. That's some real comedy right there. If y'all not weak and if y'all can really handle some real comedy, it's on YouTube. But after y'all watch my show, let's keep on going forward. We got to go on over to Birmingham. I'm gonna hit you with this name, DeCorleone Robinson. He's been charged with the M word, accused of pow-powing his coach after he found his coach in bed with his girlfriend. Now, what would you guys do? You come home. I'm going to do it the Fire Marshal Bill style. Okay. You come home. You minding your business. You walk in the room. And the next thing you know, your girlfriend's in the bed with somebody else. What do? I'm going to show you what's his name? DeCorleone Robinson did. Wasn't too peaceful, but hey, he made his point.
Breaking just into the newsroom out of Jefferson County, a Bessemer man now faces federal charges for illegally possessing a machine gun. Prosecutors say 24-year-old DeCorleone Robinson was caught with a Glock 9mm pistol outfitted with a machine gun conversion device last month. He's accused of killing 39-year-old Demetrius Beverly, a Parker High School coach. ABC 3340's Gracie Johnson joins us live now from the newsroom. And Gracie, you were in court today. Tell us what happened.
Muriel, 23-year-old DeCorleon Robinson is charged with murder and with modifying his pistol into a machine gun. Investigators say he came home from work, found Beverly in his bed inside the apartment he shared with his girlfriend, and opened fire, killing Beverly. Birmingham police say the night of August 13th turned deadly inside a Birmingham apartment after DeCorleon Robinson came home from work and found Demetrius Beverly in his bed with his girlfriend. According to Detective Ronald Davenport, during Wednesday's preliminary hearing, he testified Beverly was found lying on the bedroom floor with gunshot wounds to his abdomen and arm.
I think it was a sad event. One, you have my client coming home to his home. A man is in his bed with his girlfriend of 5 years. I'm sure a lot of emotions were banning around within himself.
Jemiah Lawson, who police say was present at the time and was the longtime girlfriend of Robinson, told detectives that she and Beverly were watching a movie in the bedroom when Robinson arrived home from work on his break. Authorities say Lawson described a confrontation, after which Robinson allegedly pulled out a firearm. Police say multiple shell casings were recovered at the scene, and the weapon appeared to have been modified with a conversion device, sometimes referred to as the Glock switch.
Well, I think they should start off with manslaughter. You take in consideration what the detective said. He said that my client stated that he was only trying to frighten a young man and not trying to kill him.
Following the shooting, Robinson reportedly ran outside of the apartment, later instructing Lawson to call 911. And police say the gun was recovered behind nearby garage buildings.
Being in your early 20s, I can imagine you would be
scared,
kind of nervous. You've taken someone's life. You're on trial for it, so you have something to be nervous about.
Robinson appeared in court today while on bond, and the judge ruled the case will now await action of a grand.
All right, y'all. I want to know what you guys think about that. I see people in the comments said, turn around and walk away. You got a really strong inner being. Whatever that person right there that said, if I would have came in there and I would have seen somebody hanging out with my girl and I would have known that they did the deed already, I would have turned around and walked away. You know what? That's the very moral thing to do. And you're very strong to be able to do that. But guess what? A lot of people are not as strong as you. So that's why things like that happen. But I get it. You got to be a very strong person. If you think about it, it's already over. What's the use of doing something like that, getting yourself in even more trouble? You're right. You're right. What else you got? What else y'all got? A crime of passion. They both might have got it. Ooh, Catherine said they both might have got it. Sam Champion said, right. Let's get back to the Epstein files. Enough of the distraction. Come on. How much Epstein information do you think I have? Well, I actually do have some more. If you guys want to see it, double tap that screen and get those likes up, because it ain't over. It ain't over. Thought you ain't like the beat. It ain't over. The party ain't over. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to New York. I'm gonna wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. And come on, y'all, let's go. Department of Investigation says that they could be the key. This could be the key right here in the Charlie Kirk. Do I want to say that last word? I'm going to let them say it, and let's go. Let's go.
Retired NYPD Inspector Paul Morrow is here. He's also an attorney and a Fox News contributor, of course. Paul, great to have you here. Thank you for joining us. I want to play this soundbite from Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray, who was very articulate in his description of this case. He added a lot of detail this week on it. Here's just a piece of that. Watch.
Roommate, why? Robinson, why did I do it? Roommate, yeah. Robinson, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence.
Well, you know, I'm curious just what you think of these messages. When you listen to the language in them, the back and forth between these two individuals, the way he talks so openly about, well, I left the rifle, I got to go pick it up. There's one squad car. He thinks he's going to get away, which seems ridiculous at that point. What do you hear in all of this dialogue?
So I know there is speculation that the whole thing feels a little contrived, right? And that the alleged shooter was kind of telegraphing, I did it and I did it by myself. In other words, don't look at my roommate. And that could be an element of that. For law enforcement purposes right now, from what I can glean from having been out there and from what I hear, law enforcement at this point doesn't really care. Here's why I say that. Because they have the roommate cooperating. And you can do all the forensics. You can dump the phone, you can dump the computer, you can do interviews around the center. But having somebody who lived with the suspect, who can tell you their mindset, what they did, how they did it, et cetera, is gold.
Yep.
They may still move forward to arresting the roommate, and they may hold it in abeyance unless something really breaks. But from what I'm hearing, they have the roommate where they want him. They want him cooperating. And so right now, they're focusing on the stuff that the prosecutor put out, that narrative. While from what I see, what I suspect is going on is as they harden up the state case, the feds are operating around the fringes. They're doing a lot of the technical work to see if there's a group, if there are connections to other people of concern. And that's what I think the sort of the delegation of duties likely is.
Let's watch Kash Patel, the FBI director, on that.
So what we're doing, we've already done is sort of legal process, not just on Discord, so that the information we gathered is sustained and held in a evidentiary posture that we could use in prosecution.
I see the public reports that the Discord thread had as many as 20 additional users.
It's a lot more than that, and we're running them all down.
Your thoughts on that, Paul?
It is, the FBI is great. I mean, this is what they do better than anybody. They have the federal reach. And I'll give an example that we've all heard about. A couple of months ago, we had the person who blew himself up at a fertility clinic, a guy named Barkus. He died, so everybody thought the case was over. The FBI stayed on it. They went into the digital stuff. They found out there was a second piece unapprehended who, in fact, had supplied the explosives. That person had fled overseas. That all happened in California. Lo and behold, whatever it was, about a month later, that person comes back into America. They grab him at JFK, all the way here in New York. The point is, as they pursue the state murder case, which is where it is now, the federal government is going to continue to press in all the atmospherics, reaching out as far as they can to see if there's something else going on. And that could mean the whole thing does go federal at some point. But right now, it looks like it's cleaner as a state murder case.
And he's still going, they're still going for capital, y'all. They're going for the capital on this one. And they got a whole bunch of information on BOOGOTTINYC. Yeah, thinking you're going to go back and forth with your gay lover. Yeah, he was gay. And that's how we just call it over here. We call it what it is, trans and all of that. Tyler Robinson basically was gay, and he was trying to fight for his lover, and that's basically what that was. That was his mind state and his mission. Keep on moving forward, you guys, because I actually got some 2002 footage of the Charlie Kirk Pow Power Tyler Robinson. This has been recovered from some body cam footage. I want you guys to see the type of demeanor that this kid has, type of person he is. So yeah, I queued it up a little bit because this is the person here. This is Tyler Robinson when he is talking.
I saw it shift yellow, and as I get into the intersection, there was a vehicle in the lane between like the leftmost through lane that was forward some.
So people on the side of you were slowing down to a stop.
I had seen someone slowing down, and I wondered why they had slowed so much.
Okay.
But
why do you think that they were slowing down?
I'm not sure.
So you should have
maybe because the light was turning red.
Stupid.
Well, I was close enough to the light that I would be I would end up in the intersection if I had tried to brake from that speed.
Okay.
I was going the speed limit. I had just made sure.
Okay. How long was that? Like, when did you last check your speed?
Probably back maybe halfway down that road to that.
So basically, he got into a fender bender. 2002. They were able to research and find some old body cam footage. I just wanted you to see how this guy is when he is talking. This is Tyler Robinson right here. And even this explanation right here of why he went through the stoplight when everybody else was slowing down really didn't make too much common sense.
Curves, maybe halfway down that distance. Just
Gotcha. All right. 1 second. Is your mom almost here? Or?
I'm not sure. Over you had the shuttle from where she worked in her car.
Is she not able to just send you a text message of a picture of the? I just need a picture of the insurance
She just
card.
pulled in. She just pulled in. That's
Okay,
her.
perfect. All right, buddy, here's your information back here. So this is a driver exchange form. This has all of his vehicle information and all your vehicle.
Now, I hate to put his mom's on the spot, but that's his mama right there. And she done went on the run right now. The Robinsons, the police done told them, y'all need to get up out the state, get up out the city, because everything Robinson is smoking right now. So yeah, him and his mama prior called his mother, talking about, let me call my mother. She got the identification. She got the insurance paperwork. You big punk. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to get on over to Arlene Alvarez. She cases the state and shows new circumstances about a real robbery that led to a deadly ooting. Now check this out. I'm going to just break it down to you. This one man was at an ATM, a drive-up ATM. He's putting checks inside the ATM. Somebody rolls up on him. Let me get what you got, right? The person in the passenger seat, he gets peed off. He jumps out of the car and tries to chase behind the guy, pulls out a weapon and starts firing to the first SUV that's going by because he thinks that that's the SUV responsible for the robbery, right? Made a mistake and hit a little girl when he did that. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's get into it. That's why, even though I'm looking at the comments after this situation, it said that even though you got obbed, you still can't just go firing at anybody.
It's published in State's Exhibit number 1.
And the guy that did it, his name is Tony Earls. No audio, but you guys are going to see. Now pay attention to right here. This area right here. You're going to see a dark figure just roll up. Now he's just putting the checks in there calmly. Yes, there is somebody in the passenger side of the vehicle with him. So they just either getting money out or putting the check in or whatever. Then all of a sudden, there we go. There we go. Let me get what you got. Okay. It comes out. Weapon comes out. They taking what they can get. Yeah. Forcefully taking. Okay. And he runs off, right? Now watch the passenger. Passenger automatically gets out, takes out the weapon. Boom, 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 starts firing. Boom, boom, boom again. Car drives by. Boom, 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 starts firing. That is when the little girl got struck. That's what the entire case is about. A lot of people are saying stuff like, oh, you should have just let it happen or get away with it or whatever. The truth of the matter is, it is true. Yep, already got obbed. Unless you're going to get in that car and just try to follow that person to get him, that would be the sensible thing to do. Or if maybe even in the line, you see him there and then the possibility. But just aiming at the first SUV that drives by saying maybe that's him, not the way to do it. Terrible, tragic situation happened out of that. Once we can get some audio, follow up on the case, I'm going to bring it to you guys, but I could at least bring you that. Let's get on over to Florida. The TSA, they found human remains. That's right, bones inside of a duffel bag at Tampa International Airport. Now, I don't know if this fool was coming from some country where I don't know what they do with this stuff like this, but hey, let me tell you, pretty crazy and eerie story right here. Y'all do me a favor, double tap the screen. Y'all ain't seen nothing like this so far. Let's get it going. #1 show on YouTube at 6 o'clock, and they even know it.
Screeners see a lot of things at Tampa International, but this has got to be a new one. What appears to be human remains were uncovered in a passenger's suitcase.
In aluminum foil at that. What was he going to give it to Dino?
Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer is at Tampa International for us tonight. Aaron, is this really what it looks like?
Allie, those are the human remains that Customs and Border Protection says they found in someone's luggage as they were getting screened coming in from somewhere else in the world. You can imagine what must have been going through their minds.
Another thing I want you guys to notice as they explain the person and where they coming from. Somewhere else in the world. They ain't got no information on if they arrested the person, where they, what they did to him, and whatever happened to the bones. It's just gonna be a fade out. Watch this craziness, y'all.
May have been pretty similar to what we saw when we showed those photos to travelers. These are the kinds of images that would make a lot of people react
just like this.
What the hell? What the hell?
The photos came from a social media post from Customs and Border Protection's Director of Operations, Carlos Martel. He wrote on X, quote, "From cigars to bones, what started as a passenger declaring just 10 cigars at Tampa International Airport turned bizarre." Martel continued, CBP specialists uncovered what looked like human remains, including part of a skull wrapped in foil in a duffel bag.
That's not normal. And why is that in your luggage? And what did you do? And who did you do it to?
A lot of questions from travelers just hearing about the news Friday.
Where are you coming from? Like, and you decided to carry human remains with you. Like, why?
That's disgusting. I can't even lie. I can never imagine opening the bag and seeing that in there.
Authorities say they also found some prohibited plants and undeclared cigars. According to the Post, the traveler claimed the items were for rituals, but due to serious health risks, they were seized and destroyed. Although since then, a Homeland Security spokesperson wouldn't confirm the status of the remains. Investigators also aren't saying where the passenger came from, where they were going, and if they were detained. Some travelers hope authorities can get some answers.
They have different cultures and things like that sort, but not with human remains. Like, it's still wrong.
Yeah, you got different cultures and stuff like that, but I still don't understand why that's going on there. That still don't make no sense there because it's human remains. It's still wrong. Woo, Lord. I have reported everything. That's been it all. I'm talking about, I don't know how far we can go now. I done said it all and seen it all now. Let's keep on moving forward though, because now we got some orcas. That's right, some orcas. You know, them big whales, the big ones that get up to like 6,000 pounds. This is a funny story right here because they say they're teenagers and the only reason that they're doing this is because they're having fun. Now, these orcas are now tearing up boats, tearing up ships. I don't know how much money you might spend on your yacht. You know, you spend $1 million, you're gonna go out with your family, you done had a good time. Next thing you know, guess what? Orcas start to attack your yacht. And yes, they will take your yacht until it sinks down. And they got the nerve to say, well, you know, it's only some teenage orcas and they just playing.
This frightening video shows a pod of orcas attacking a tourist sailboat off Portugal. The so-called killer whales repeatedly ramming the vessel, eventually sinking it. Several people had to be rescued. Later that day, the same pod reportedly attacking another boat.
Oh my God!
It's the latest in a series of aggressive acts by orcas, which can grow as long as 30 feet and weigh up to 6 tons.
Damn.
Some 700 incidents have been reported in recent years, most off Spain and Portugal. In 2023, this orca ripping off a boat's rudder with its teeth. And last year, this $128,000 yacht was taken down by a pod of orcas in the Mediterranean.
All of a sudden, I felt a really loud bang on the back of the boat, and I could feel sort of like a scraping. They carried on attacking and biting the rudder.
Robert Powell and his crew were sailing to Greece when he says at least 5 killer whales attacked his boat. He believes the orcas, known for their intelligence, knew exactly what they were doing.
They knew the weakness of the boat. They knew where to hit it.
But many scientists say orcas are not targeting humans, and the incidents are not meant to be aggressive.
Remember those
So what
nights
the
we
hell
didn't
are
take
they
off our
doing it for
makeup?
then?
Our skin does. Lucky I've got this then. New number 7.
All I can remember is the movie Orca and how Orca went crazy. I'm good.
Visible signs of skin damage. Don't regret.
And ain't the boat supposed to keep you alive so the orca can't get you? Now when the orca beat the boat up and you in the water, it's just you and the orca.
Just reverse.
Instead, they claim it's most likely just bored teenage orcas having fun and mimicking each other.
And research suggests because tuna, orca's main food source, is more abundant these days, orcas have more time to spend playing instead of hunting.
This frightening video shows.
So here I go as the comedian, and I'm going to keep on going with this. Now I turn them into cartoons, right? I got them in boots. I got them in a fitted hat, and they just chilling like, yo, you remember what we did to that boat the other day, son? Hey, yo, you going to do that again, right? Yo, let's get out there. I'm bored. You know what? Let's go get some boats right now. That's what teenagers do, right? Teenagers, right? So imagine if they was from the hood and they had on Timberlands and fitted hats. They'd be like, yo, let's go over here and tear up some boats. We know where to hit them at. I'm extra like that. I like to do stuff like that. I like to make up extra stuff. Here goes a fantastic story of some little children who do not know that this elderly man has dementia. All they do is keep on going over to him. They like to play with him. He gives them candy and stuff because that's just what he likes. He don't even remember them sometimes. All he remembers is that little kids come visit him every single day and they don't know that he has dementia and they play with him. So guess what? Perfect bond, perfect friendship. These kids, they keep showing up at this old veteran's house. He has dementia. The kids, they come from daycare or across the street. They playing in front of his yard every day. They love to sit in the yard, and he loved to sit in the yard and watch them. Over the time, his dementia got worse, and he no longer remembered any ties to them. But that didn't stop the children from coming to see him enthusiastically and keeping up with their friendship.
There's no peanuts in there, it's just chocolate.
They visit him every day and even bring gifts.
We'll get you a piece of
On many occasions, he asked the children their names.
I have him, Ashley right there, and then I have Judy right there on that bed.
Because he has memory loss, he asks a lot.
Well, what about me? Y'all get one? We do have something for you.
I get a hug? Every day he gets
Get a hug, give him a hug.
That's a good hug. That's a good hug. Give me a hug. That's a good hug.
Happy birthday. His 91st birthday. They came to see him on his 91st birthday.
It's Mr. G's birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. G.
2 years old today.
He said, I'm 40 years old today. Ain't that nice to have some kids in the neighborhood come hang out with the elderly, even though they don't know what he's going through. He's taking that youth. Believe it or not, he loves that. That youth and what he's doing. He's like, even though he don't remember, anytime he see that, I'm sure he brightens up, and it's a fantastic thing for him. I don't know, y'all. Y'all like that story right there? Double tap that screen to get those likes up, because we don't just play drama all the time. We play stuff to enlighten, uplift, and make you feel good. Come on and subscribe to the channel. We got more to go. It's not over. Y'all thought it was over? It ain't over. Thought you ain't like the beat. It ain't over. Party ain't over. I love doing that. Let's keep on going, y'all, because now we got this puppy. Just can't contain itself. I would love, this is the reason why you get a dog, why you get a puppy, why you get a pet. You know that feeling when you have a rough day and then you walk in the door and the dog is just like, oh my God, you're home. How you doing? What was your day like? That feeling right there is so priceless. I don't know, you guys, can they bottle that feeling? Can they put that and sell it in the market? Let me know. If they can, I would love to buy some. Here goes a puppy, so happy when his mom comes home, he doesn't know what to do. He got the little taps going on. He hear the key turning. He hears mommy coming home. Look, y'all. Sometimes you don't even have to talk. Don't even have to talk. Could you imagine what that feels like coming home after a hard day at work? Huh? Could you guys imagine what that little puppy breath kiss felt like right there? Huh? Can you? I know I would. I would love to feel that every day, you guys. You know what? But guess what we got to do right now? Y'all know what we got to do. Y'all got to hit that link in the description if y'all trying to make some money, 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 money. That's right, because we got up to $350 in surveys. You guys will make some money, and I'll make some money too. That's right, you guys. Hit the link in the description, hit that survey, and make some money. Why not? Also, if you're trying to promote your business, you're trying to get your promo out there, trying to get your life together, trying to say, you know what, Boogotti, I got a new business and I'm trying to get it promoted. You know what you need to do? Put a promo together in a 1080 by 1080 frame. If you're already subscribed to the channel, or remember, we're going to put it up. And hopefully when I go look and we got these 50,000 subscribers now, that means that 50,000 people will be able to see your promo, and it's a possibility for you to make some more money, 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 money. That's right, you guys. We sharing the love over here. That's right. If you're a member, if you're already subscribed, you got a business, you're trying to promote it, send us the promo, and we're going to put it up in the post area the same way we did the other day for Nova, and we were able to help assist get him $11,000 for his MRI and surgery, and then we're going to keep sticking together to make sure that whatever we got to do for the therapy to get him right, that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to keep you guys posted on Nova, and you guys also go over to Lynn's channel and subscribe. Very beautiful, good person, and a fantastic family. I don't know her personally at all. I just follow and I'm subscribed, and I saw what was going on, and when a friend is in need, you're supposed to come through indeed. That's right, you guys. Also, you know what I'm about to tell you, right? We going to Brooklyn's in the house. Me and Donna, DJ Don Dada. That's right. We've already got it locked in. And then we're going to the Bronx to 517 Throgs Neck, the Superstore. We're going to be doing that Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search that I'm going to be hosting. That's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. And if you guys want to be a part of to make $250, $250. It'd be real nice to just show up and be like, hey, I can sing. Hey, I got some chicken I want you to taste. Yes, because that's a talent. Cooking, that's a talent. Don't be surprised. Somebody coming in there doing a one-hand handstand or a hand or a push-up. That's a talent, and you might beat somebody. You might be the one to make the 250. That's right, Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, all 5 boroughs. We're doing the Show Your Talent search. We're looking for talented people, and then after we find everybody that we want to choose in every single borough, we bring them together in a Manhattan location to win $1,000 on top of the $250 that they've already won. All you got to do is go over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com, sign up to the mailing list. That's it. I tell you guys where the next location is going to be. You show up and boom, you could be the one that makes $250. That's right, you guys. And again, moving forward, could probably win the whole grand bucket there, the grand title and the championship, and slide off with $1,000 on top of your $250. Y'all know what it is. It's Purple Sunday. I don't want no excuses. I want you guys to realize that problems present opportunities. That's right. Another saying that we made up over here on the show. Problem, guess what? It presents the solution right there. I got a problem. I need $11,000. Now we got something to fight towards. You guys get what I'm saying? When the problem presents itself, it also presents the solution. Stop worrying about the problem. Focus on a solution, and every day God give you another day to push and get up and bang that nail to get it right. That's what we gonna do. We don't give up over here. What do, y'all? We keep on moving, especially if you give us another day. What? Hell with money. I got another day to get it right. Now we're gonna pray for Mark Dorfman. We're going to pray for Batty Lynn. We're praying for Casey. We're praying for Rebecca Lanyen Bueno. We're praying for liberty and justice, praying for Demonetized, praying for my brother Mark Dorfman, Mark Spilker. I ain't forget about you. That's right. Who else we got? He ain't even here right now. Joe, brand new people up in the comments right now. Chris. Everybody who's under the sound of my voice, I want you guys to have a fantastic and safe Sunday, and don't give up no matter what, because as long as God got you, you're going to be all right. Amen. It's Purple Sunday, y'all. Y'all go out there, have a nice day, get some air, drink some water, and don't give up no matter what, because we ain't the givers up over here. We keep it moving. I'll see you guys tomorrow, my favorite day, Monday, because they got to pick that phone up. See you guys tomorrow. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, get 'em. Peace.